Do you ever catch yourself looking back to your teen years and thinking, why did I do that? Or why was I like that? Or why couldn't I have done things a different way? So in today's video, I want to go over the 5 things I regret doing as a teen. Okay, so we're going to start off with number 5. Number 5 is caring too much what people thought of me. This was a big one for me growing up. When I was little, just getting into my teenage years and in my late teens, I always cared about what people thought of me in terms of my looks, in terms of what I did. And I wanted to look cool, I wanted to stand out, and I wanted to do things that made me feel accepted. So there were some times where I wouldn't listen to certain types of music because, certain people would tell you that's gay. Because I feel like a lot of times people in high school who aren't really social as much as others are, they tend to look at what other people are doing to see what is cool. To give you guys some examples, when I was in middle school, I was a big wrestling fan, and I would talk about wrestling with my friend all the time. We would talk about pay-per-views, Monday Night Raw, SmackDown. We would go over video games, and we would just talk about wrestling all the time. And there was one guy who came up to us and said, "Why are you guys so obsessed with wrestling? That is stupid." And after he told us that, we felt like we couldn't share what we wanted to. We felt like every time we were near that person or other people, we had to talk about something else because we didn't want to be ridiculed for liking wrestling. And that's one of the things that would happen to me a lot, because if someone would tell me, "Hey, why are you talking like that? Why are you listening to that? Why do you like that? That's not cool." I would tend to just kind of say, "Oh, okay, well, if he says it's not cool or she says it's not cool, then it must not be cool." And then I wouldn't do it again. So I wouldn't watch certain shows. I remember my sister told me that listening to the Backstreet Boys was gay, so I stopped doing that. I remember I wouldn't want people to know that I liked certain movies, certain TV shows, certain musical artists, certain things about myself that I wouldn't mind sharing, but there's people around you that make you feel like what you like is not good. So as a result of that, you end up feeling isolated and you don't want to share what you really feel, and you grow up just caring what other people think. So it took me up until maybe my early 20s to realize that I should not care what other people think of me. And if they want to think about something, that's cool. Because at the end of the day, I don't really care about changing their mind. If they want to think that about me, that's cool. I know who I am. I know what I like. I know what I'm passionate about. And if they don't care and if they think it's dumb, then I think their opinion is dumb. So if you're a teen and you're in high school, you're in middle school, try to go against the grain and not really care what people think, because at the end of the day, if that's really what you like, then you should still go for it and talk about it and still enjoy what you do. Okay, so number 4 is not trying new things. Every single time I could remember when I went on vacation as a kid, it would always be 2 to 3 months of summer, and in those 3 months of summer, I would not do anything. I would just wake up, eat breakfast, go watch TV, play video games, eat dinner, and then watch some more TV, play video games, and then repeat that same cycle for the course of 3 months. And usually every time that would happen, I would gain weight, I wouldn't do anything productive, and there would be times where I would just feel bored not doing anything whatsoever. Like, yes, like I would hang out with a few friends here and there, but for the most part, my summers and my time was really spent doing not much. When I was in high school, weekends, I wouldn't really go out and do much. I was always a person who just wanted to stay indoors, not want to try new things. And when I say not trying new things, I mean joining clubs. I mean trying some sports that you always wanted to try. Trying to go talk to new people. Trying to learn a new instrument. Trying to learn something that's cool. Because in my teens, there was always things that I wanted to do, but I just didn't want to put myself out there. I wanted to learn how to play guitar. I wanted to learn a little bit of dance. I wanted to learn how to be more social. But those were things that either I was just too scared to do, or I just didn't have the courage to go and do it. So I spent most of my life not trying new things, and the result of that was I really missed out on a lot of opportunities that I would have enjoyed and probably maybe benefited from to this day. Anything that might interest you or you think is interesting, try it out, and don't be afraid to not do it because you're afraid of going out of your comfort zone. Okay, so number 3 is being afraid of rejection. Now this was a major one for me, and I will tell you exactly why. Growing up, I was super shy, and that personality really kind of just carried over until my teen years and my high school years, and it never really fully went away because I was always afraid of putting myself out there with people that I liked. And a perfect example will be in my freshman year of high school. There was this girl that I thought was super pretty, and I decided that I wanted to go talk to her, and I wanted to go, introduce myself to her in any way, shape, or form. So one day I was on YouTube and I typed out how to get a girl's attention or how to talk to a girl, and one of the things was saying hi. So every morning I had English class in the morning. That was my first period, and the girl would always walk by me to go to her class. So I decided that the next day while she walked past me, I was going to stop her and say hello. So the next day I'm just waiting there, and I looked to see, and she's walking my way, and I'm just waiting there to kind of get ready to say it, and she walks past me and I say hi, and she looks at me and she's like, Like she was just, it was like a really awkward, like why is this guy saying hi to me? And eventually what happened was that I told her friend that I thought she was cute, and her friend tried to hook us up together. So I went to her table, I tried to talk to her, but it didn't really work out. She wasn't into me. And after that, I told myself that I would never ever approach or tell any girl how I feel ever again in my life. And that was true because honestly, like I had so many crushes on girls after that I just didn't want to say anything. I would just keep quiet. I would stare from afar. You know, I would stare at the girls that I was usually attracted to, and I would just create these scenarios of like, what if we were together, you know, these dates, what would happen if we were actually like holding hands, things like that. But it never came to fruition because I was just afraid of rejection. And I told myself on that day, like, I'm not gonna put myself out there. I don't want to get rejected again. When now I realize that rejection is just part of life. Rejection comes in any form, in jobs, relationships, in anything, really. You can't let rejection once get in the way of your life, trying new things, doing more things, approaching more women, doing things like that. Because honestly, like if I didn't listen to myself and I just, you know, told myself, you know what, this is this is one girl, who cares? Like, let's move on to someone else. I probably would have had, you know, more fun with girls in high school, and I probably would have been on more dates, and I probably would have been more happy in terms of relationships. But I really psyched myself out and said that I shouldn't put myself out there because you will get rejected and blah, 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 blah. And that was something that ruined my social life a little bit in terms of dating in high school, because it was pretty much non-existent except for like maybe once in my senior year where I had a little bit more courage. But that was about it. So don't make that mistake. And if you get rejected by a girl or she tells you that you're ugly, or because I know in high school girls can be a bit more mean. Well, not just girls, but everyone who you like. They might laugh at you if you like them, or they might just snicker. And like, I know that hurts and I know that really sucks, but you can't let that control your whole life. You can't let that reaction be like, okay, this is what it feels like to be rejected. I'm never gonna put myself out there, because that's just one person's reaction. Not everyone's gonna treat you that way. And that's what you have to remember. Rejection happens all the time, and you can't let it get in the way of you living your life. Okay, so number 2 is copying other people and not being yourself. I remember being in middle school and I would see other people and I would look at them and I'd say, man, they have tons of friends. They have stuff that I want. You know, they are outgoing, they talk more. And I would always ask myself, maybe if I just copy what they do, if I just dress the way they do, then I'll be the same way. So there would be some times where like I would want to talk like certain people that I admired at school. There would be some times where I wanted to dress like them. I wanted to wear my hair like them. And I wanted to be like someone that I wasn't. I wanted to try to be someone that wasn't true to who I was, and someone totally fake and a fake personality. And the reasons why I did that, because I just wanted to be accepted. I wanted more friends. I wanted to try to be more out there. And when you try to be someone else, you tend to attract the wrong people, because usually if you just be yourself, you tend to attract people who share your common values, your common goals. And I remember being in middle school and looking at MySpace, because MySpace was like the popular choice at the time. And I remember going on certain guys' profiles and seeing how they talked, how they commented on their pictures, how they messaged people. And I would kind of see like how they did it, and I would just try to copy exactly what they did. And it took me a while to realize that, you know what, this is dumb. This isn't who I am. This isn't, you know, what I stand for. I should just try to be myself. Even though myself wasn't someone that I want to be anymore, you can't really try to be someone else other than yourself, because at the end of the day you want to attract people who are like-minded like you. And you know, always try to be nice, always try to be respectful. If you see someone being an asshole, you don't want to just be an asshole because you feel like it's funny. And if you see someone else making a joke at someone else's expense, you don't want to do that either, just because it makes you look cooler. It just makes you look like a jerk. And that was something that I learned as well. Just try to improve upon your personality traits. So if you still like Star Wars, if you still like stuff like that, keep that stuff about you. But if you want to improve your social skills, just try talking more. Try saying things that get you out of your comfort zone. Try doing new activities that make you meet people. Try some activities that will make you meet people that in things that you enjoy. So if you want to do guitar, learn a new language, stuff like that. And the number one mistake I made in my teens was acting too cool for a lot of things. Now, when I say that I acted cool for a lot of things, I was in that teenager mode where I thought everything was dumb. My parents wanted to offer a suggestion for something. I was like, no, that's stupid. That's dumb. I'm not gonna do that. And looking back, I would just tell myself like, why would you do that? Because a lot of times as kids, you feel like you don't want to do stuff that makes you look silly. You don't want to do things that put you out there, that might make you look vulnerable, that might put you in an awkward position. But in actuality, I was saying that because I just didn't want to try new things, and I was scared of trying new things because I was comfortable where I was. I was comfortable being home. I was comfortable just playing video games. I was comfortable just not doing anything. And like, I remember being at certain parties and I wouldn't want to dance because I was like, no, I'm not gonna dance. Like, I'm not gonna look dumb in front of all these people. You know, I don't care. You know, because I cared what people think of me. I cared what they would say about me, and I felt like if I tried to dance, people would laugh at me and people would make fun of me. But honestly, now I could care less what people think of me. I'm sure if you can go back to your teen years, you can honestly remember telling your mom or your dad or some of your friends, like, no, that's dumb. We're not gonna do that. That's stupid. It probably wasn't stupid, and it probably would have been fun to try that. Maybe it was fun to try a new game. Maybe it would have been fun to try that activity that you wanted to do, but you said it was dumb because you thought you would embarrass yourself in front of people. But at the end of the day, who cares what people think? I really don't care what people think of me anymore. I mean, yeah, to a certain extent, like, I'm not gonna go outside in my underwear and just walk around. Like, look at my YouTube channel. I was so afraid of talking about my personal life on here because I didn't want people to judge me. I didn't want people to make fun of my channel. But right now, I'm thinking, like, who gives a crap what they think about my channel? They could look at my channel and be like, oh, okay, this channel is stupid, like, he makes dumb videos. But at the end of the day, I know that my videos mean something to some people, and I like making my videos, I like recording my videos, and doing YouTube has helped me do things that I would never have done before, like going out, trying new things, doing social experiments, and things like that. And if it helps you and if you enjoy it, you should do it. And don't think that you are too cool for a lot of things. We should always try things that might be embarrassing, that might be silly, and because at the end of the day, it's just fun, and there's no harm in trying things that might embarrass you or that are silly. It's just gonna be all in fun. All right, guys, and that was it. Those are the 5 mistakes I made in my teen years, and I hope if you watch this, you will not make the same mistakes in your teen years. Thank you guys again for watching the video, and I will see you guys for the next one. Thank you guys.